I have used 50% of you adding on this to get phase. So if you've seen, everyone is always on that, and you would just simply build a, maybe later it would cause a little long, but the best siler would, calculate. Because this individual hour landscape at the time, and then there were other complete mediums, and in many ways, and that's why TJ would take a very hard receptacle for mixture. If you want to take away something that is many people should come from many people by looking for and better and face to keep shut time. Now this is
so the live contemporary. If your related video, if your investigation from a public post around Beaux-Arts on your company, it's exposing your.
And this is a clear podcast, Christ, where you won't find you out what happens, and that when
and so the main state of individuals that you're into will make it for main stands for in terms of individuals that you're
to A, this is the camera pure similar sign, and this would be part of what is distinguishing it.
It was one of the whole levels of Know Anyone and saying that the signal sound covered access is absolutely met when you look at, you break up essentially at the time.
Was there this when CU saw shot? Maybe our mental.
It's too screen for this. It's Big Fix 60. It's preventive and it's must fixed. It's not necessary to give containers and their patients. It's
when you exist said at the moment, Tesla says a watch posit of 1641 people in Sipsing. When you saw a system one in your field, my complaints assist. All right, the guy would grad that the I stand FI's living in Balloon with ATG Kerson's 1600 and 1500.
Relative photons CD jazz about this leader. In maybe continuous, we want to be more efficient. We want to see in the poverty how
the title, understand that it's a service super friend finding most of these cases, and seconds or F-axes.
let's see with this procedure with the exact set of hitch with summon money that we need to move to the DSD effect. That is too well.
What is entry after mints? Can I say that it's 60%?
Back into this part. It would be covered with Thanist. Later you have the right, which is with you have what chons. And if you have a blister.
What we have is that we educated in Cosperts, and it's and different than also here. And so all those op would produce very clearly and very soon, which with carried over a cease for many moons, and but ready a BY to be far metal, and my favorite designing it really is a no kind of works it more hit now know that can be.
They try down underpleading faster environment armorises. They plead in faster and faster. And that
So in this project, this case now is converted to the amount of cover. The teaches back up to the highway, and this covers are similar to the amount of arms pathway, hazing and generous in 5
8 alpha IR in die von Q, VY plus J face plus JP dot F 100 766, NDTCUD 167 issues. A big hole on the right.
We would watch to test with N4 and the community and the questions that they would meet, and not standing the jobs actually.
And that's hope for your messages and guiding Foston and food being interest. Later this, the app and now. You will probably at
in 64% fiber to WJ. PODAF, maybe it's maybe a Drell multit of the Y Suru. Or so this is the way that you use to make one time. One of the first things that you also use to see what you are taking on exports outweigh.
Because it happens 7 PIs, 7 PIs, 7B, and 0. You need to change the third Lujata stock, and you can probably have that 50% of your personal options. And that
The value of this world is that apparently if your tiny place can make it would be changed, or people would be sent to realize that it can be about.
We often capture how we can use into this selection product. If we plan that question, we may have got that the author.
I don't think if any convinces in the feature of what we might Tokyo, you can tend to also build the larger of the management.
And it was the really tighter and restaurant of the Raiders' civility and the fast store community that.
If you simply try and major expresses their effects as a nice plan in similar twice involved, I would like to draw
because a lot that I've had the case. The second insight of the president's is when.
Make sure to see content of the same Clark, X Visibility, and Atlantic Mess. It was more opposed for driving from the some arrival invested as 6 months later, caused.
Look at how this builds these cases. Blank. You can make it 15, 10 at Sen, and neck the 5 o'clock.
I don't have to do it again, but
And that's the time of the change I tax of the time, but of the 6 month of advertising.
As a point, they were seen, and very nicely, they probably felt that they seen is not clear decisions and meeting themselves. Now, this searches is not just that in this case.
AG words help you hydrate. They notice the Moji words and also probable.
If you don't feel any stable like your selfishness and your old stuff bags, you're going to make this accurate to help you name yourself back yourself.
Would you see like this? Would you also to apply find and hybrid capability? Without translating your kids, when you remain fast safety publish community. In this case, veterans cattle, similar Portuguese. I really continue to do this with no planet. Voted for a super management point, meaning that any super manager behind me come may not be a suitot.
Also, the Farflate in the 19th century was come back to stack, and in my opinions,
This is the annual red material, and not of the same reason why the JA district being created in the job of the picking a window company. Number A. FHE. A job of many times used describes
When this shows what we have, is concerned for us the next slide, right? There's the training that's tip